Welcome. Thank you for joining me. This is going to be a reading for the month of September. If you're new to these monthly readings, at the beginning of the year, I pulled 12 cards to represent the energy of each month. And for this month, September, the King of Swords came out. I want to say immense power. King of Swords is about this authority figure that has a lot of wisdom, that is enhanced or empowered through power. King of Swords is about loyalty, discipline, self-discipline. And of course, the King of Swords talks about logic. I think what's happening here, especially with that catalyst of last month, August, is that, and it's really interesting too, because the energy around me feels very structured, which is also the King of Swords, but also I mentioned that's funny. I mentioned this in the last reading, I believe. I think it was the last monthly reading, I'm not sure, but it's like we're not playing chess, we're playing checkers, baby. And it's like right now I feel like I'm playing a game of chess, and I need to be I wanted to say discerning with my word, but that's not the word I want to use. And not careful either. It's not about being careful. It's because you know that the words that you are speaking are coming from a place of maturation, are coming from a place of wisdom. So it's not about being careful with your word. It's about, I think, being stern with your word and being loyal to your word. I'm looking at this I'm looking at this sword here, and I keep thinking of loyal to the crown, right? I've been watching House of the Dragon, so that's probably why that's at the forefront of my mind, but that's also, it pertains to this reading. Anything that happens in the reading, it pertains to this reading. And so loyal to the crown is making me think of your crown, right, on top of your head, that crown chakra. And it's like being loyal to your truth, being loyal to yourself, being loyal to your intuition, to your higher self, being loyal to you, down to the root of who you are. And there's something here about your word, being impeccable with your word. That's what I wanted to say. Being impeccable with your word. I feel guided to show you the date and time here. September 2nd, Monday. My clock says 22:53, but it's just because it's on 24-hour clock. It's 10:53 right now. Those could be significant numbers. I know for me, 5 and 3s have been coming through in very magical ways, yes, but also very, it got me real curious to thinking outside of my thoughts. I've been really meditating on the energy around 5s and 3s, so those can be really significant numbers for you, but it's giving me this energy of 5D, 3D type energy. 3D being here, this physical reality, this world. 5D being the 5D, right? And what we know of it and what we feel it to be true about the 5D. I feel called to pull one of these Earth and Bone cards right now. Yeah, this is pertaining to this 3-5 energy. Also, this channel, I'm going to be spending a lot of time on my radio channel, because that's where I am fully and completely guided. That's what feels good for me right now. So if you want to subscribe to that channel, I'll have the channel in the description. That's where I'll be doing a lot more of the readings. It's basically, the format of it is, you listen to the playlist, you fill it out, you meditate, you dance, you clean your house, you do whatever, drive to work, whatever, however you want to listen to the playlist. And at the end of that, I give a reading. So yeah, anyway, bottom of the deck here, migration, initiation, adventure, freedom. Yeah, there goes this word here. Specters, 35, 3 and 5. And that word discernment was coming up, and it's here on this card. And I don't know, for some reason I wanted to use it, and here we are. But anyways, discernment, critical thinking, insight. Yeah, this is this energy right here for sure. And there is this energy of initiation. It's like, this energy of initiation has been kind of coming together and coming into form since like maybe April, May. Some things have been in the works behind the scenes, that's for sure. And last month was definitely this catalyst. I know a lot of y'all felt that energy. I know I did, in a major way. And it was a little intense and kind of frightening, but also like very freeing. Very freeing. So what is this here? Owl. Number 36. Wow, that's beautiful confirmation right there. Wisdom, independent thinking, enlightenment. These words embody this King of Swords energy for sure. And I love how it's going 35, 36. It's this progression. It is something moving from the 5D into the 3D. And also this is 8 energy, 9 energy. And I'm telling you, I told you in the last reading, it was like these 2 months are intertwined. It might as well just be 1 month, right? these last month and this month here might as well just be 1 month. I was just thinking such a dumb joke right now. Oh my God. I was thinking of like merging the two names August, September together. And I was thinking like October or something. Anyway, whatever. Let's get some more. Okay, I'm supposed to read. All right, I'll read number 36. Wow, it's on page 88, 89. Those can be significant numbers or years for you. You can be Year of the Dragon. Okay, so here's the page. It says here, the spirit of the owl calls to you. You are in the beginning. Oh, my bad. You are beginning to shift your views, not based on the illusion of attaining your goals, but by learning you already are that which you seek. You are beginning to shift your view. Okay. You are beginning to shift your views, not based on the illusion of attaining your goals, but by learning you already are that which you seek. Continue to act as if things you want are already a part of your reality. Make the mental shift from scarcity to abundance. King of Swords energy. This is about, that mental swords energy represents the mental body, making a mental shift. Yeah. Initiation into this new insight here. Critical thinking, right? A lot of us, unfortunately, did not learn critical thinking skills, but I think over time, like critical thinking skills when we were younger, over time, for some of you, you really stepped into this energy of insight, awareness, discernment, critical thinking, and stepping into integrating these two, logic and like wisdom together, right? I said that this is more confirmation. I said that's the energy of the King of Swords was giving me. This having this wisdom from a place of power and authority, using your logic, right? But also integrating it with that wisdom and independent thinking and really being enlightened to who it is that you truly are on a soul level and how it is that you can live this reality. One more time, make the mental shift from scarcity to abundance. Replace the tools you'll need to connect yourself with the manifestation of your reality in your imagination. Choose to adore and love yourself. This isn't about adoring your outer self or accepting your external physical self. It's about accepting and loving the greatness and beauty of your inner existence. You have begun to recognize and commit devotion to your own wonderful essence. Awaken to the incredible miracle you are. Wow. You are entering the higher dimensions. Like I was saying, something about into the 5D into the 3D, but it's like you are entering into higher dimensions, that 5D energy. You can hear the teachings of the Ascended Masters. 3 is making me think of like Christ consciousness here. If you resonate with that, continue to ignore any and all interference. You are being called to reflect on what you are feeling and why. Take time to ponder where these feelings are coming from. Create awareness of them so you can modify future outcomes from events that are bound to happen again, because they are meant to teach you something that will help you grow and be the best version of yourself. Consider how you can be more awake and present in similar circumstances in the future. Examine how you feel in the situation and realize that you have the power to change it by making a choice and following through. The affirmation says, I can connect my consciousness with the universe and guarantee myself peace at any moment. I'm going to keep this out. I'll read this one at the end of the reading. Whoa, what's going on outside? I'll keep this right here to remind me. Yeah, okay. Oh, that's right. Oh, okay, so I pulled a card for myself earlier, and it was this Earth card. And I had flipped, I was so confused. I was like, wait, what? I had flipped it over because I was going to meditate on this for the next week. And so I flipped it over as like kind of a reminder to myself, but I forgot to flip it back over for this reading. And it's really giving me this like 3D, but also the 5D outward kind of energy here. Humility, staying humble. Yeah, you're definitely stepping into some kind of power here. Ooh, okay, that's weird. Boundary and trigger want to be seen. What triggers you? What boundaries have you set so you won't feel these triggers anymore? And there's a message here about like those boundaries you set are only hindering you. It's important to set healthy boundaries, right? But sometimes we set boundaries because we don't want to face our triggers. We don't want to face the role that we play in our own lack mentality, our own suffering. That's way too many, but harvest wants to be seen. And yeah, this confirmation there, we don't want to see the role that we play in this lack. And in the book, it's said to shift that mindset of scarcity to abundance. Shift it to no crops to harvest. Practice. We have express and simplify here. Just okay, let's make this very clear, please. Thank you. Mind. Seek. Wow, look. Disillusion at the bottom of the deck and wound at the top. This is definitely giving me like practicing mindfulness, but also practicing meditating. And meditating, it could be many different things for many different people, right? You can do the incense and the sound bowls and the music, and you can sit and some kind of formation, or you can just sit in silence. You just lay on the floor. You can bring your awareness to the external sound. You can bring your awareness to the internal sound. However you feel guided to meditate, you are being guided and invited to meditate, because there's something here that is going to be unlocked. I love how there's these 3 levels here, practice, right? And then there's these 3 levels here on this card with the mind, or like the head coming out of the head. And I forgot what I was talking about at the beginning when I was saying something about like having to go beyond my thoughts. And this is giving me this imagery is giving me going beyond your thoughts, like getting out of your head and to seek more, to see more, to see the bigger picture, and to not forget that you also embody that King of Wands energy, right? Last month's reading, King of Wands. King of Wands is seeing the bigger picture. I think there could be a challenge here when it comes to practicing and being, like I was talking about, self-discipline here, being disciplined with the new things that you are trying to implement into your life, practicing mindfulness, practicing growth mindset, practicing abundance, gratitude, humility, practicing learning a language, practicing studying, whatever it is that you have been guided and called to practice. It's like more of that needs your attention, because it is through this practice that you will come into alignment with everything that you are seeking. But there is something here about needing to see and know that you are already this powerful person. You already hold this wisdom and this insight and this discernment and this enlightenment. Like, you've already have walked out of the fire. You already are the phoenix. You need to recognize that now. Your soul has, again, back to this 5D, 3D situation here. It's like your soul has transformed on, it's like beyond the capacity of your own knowing, right? And it's now time to align these 2 transformations. Something has shifted within your mental body, your emotional body, your soul. And now it's time for that shift to manifest in this 3D physical reality. Maybe you feel called to not hang out in certain environments or with certain people, or maybe you've been called to, be sober, or there's like this shift that you've been feeling called to do, but you haven't quite done it for some of you, right? I'm only speaking to some of you right now. And it's like, you need to align these things, and you're going to be able to align these things through some kind of practice of the mind, studying or practicing patience, practicing discernment. What is this of the mind here? And seek. This is just giving, it's like you're able to see now. You have some kind of tool, right? Like this was saying in the book, there's like this, some kind of tool. This could be spiritually, psychologically, emotionally, intellectually. These things that can also be a tool, right? Tools don't just exist in like this being a tool, right? But anyway, there's some kind of tool that has been offered to you, or that you have, that you can now see all the abundance and all the infinite capacity of the universe, but also see that within you, and understanding that you are also a limitless being, and you can manifest whatever you desire in this physical reality. Look at that 8 of Swords at the bottom here with the sun. This is giving me stepping out of this self-imposed prison and into this enlightenment, into this new way of thinking, new life, new chapter, however you want to describe it. But it's like now that you can see something, it has been prophesized, is what I want to say. It's like now that you can see something, it's like now you know exactly where to go. Yeah, and it's like, don't worry about how long it's going to take. Don't worry about, are you making the right steps? The fact that you are even taking steps means you are taking the right steps, because you are divinely guided and divinely supported. And God, the universe, your guides, your ancestors, whoever you resonate with, is not going to just watch you taking the wrong steps. Every step that you take is the right step. Even if it doesn't feel like that in the moment, you are slowly being aligned with who and what you are seeking and seeking to be. And don't worry about how long something is going to take, especially with this practice here. There's something here about just, not necessarily practice makes perfect. I don't want to describe it like that. It's just more like you are stepping into something completely new. And don't expect yourself to be, like, see yourself as the novice, right? But also understand that you're coming into something with a beginner's mind. And that has so much expansion to it. Because what I'm thinking is like, this is just an example, okay? But apply it to your situation, apply it to your life here. And if it resonates, hey, God bless. But this is just an example. Say you grew up in a family of artists. You went to art school. You got all your degrees are in art. And so now you're just like, no, it needs to be done this way and this way, because this is how I was taught. And this institution wants this and da 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 da. It's 11:11, by the way. I love that. As I'm talking about this, it's beautiful. But it's like for someone else that didn't grow up in a family of artists, but just a family of creative people, intuitive people, or whatever, or maybe not, right? But weren't confined by these structures of any institution or any beliefs or rules that they need to follow. So you stepping into this now, you have like this open mind. And because your mind is so open, because you're like, hey, I can do whatever I want. Like if you want to become a singer or an actor or something, it's like, no, you need to follow these things. And, oh, you need to know how to read sheet music. You need to play an instrument. It's like, no, I don't. I'm learning all of this, right? I don't need to know how to do something, or I don't need to embody something in order to know that this is the path that I want to go down. I don't know how to draw. How are you going to be an artist? You don't even know how to draw. I'm learning. I feel like saying, I'm learning, bitch. Like, mind your business, right? It's this energy here of like doubt and fears are being projected onto you. And that's not to shame or blame or be mad at anyone for doing that. Everyone has their own unique paths and challenges. But you're recognizing this. You're recognizing that, look, whatever this person is telling me, all right, I hear you, but that's not my story. Yeah, I don't know how to draw and I want to be the next Picasso or whatever, right? That doesn't mean I can't do that. I'm learning. And it's like, well, why are you learning this way? It's like, because this is what I feel guided and how I feel guided to learn. And by learning this way, I open myself up to the infinite, to ideas, to blessings, or not necessarily blessings, but that's what came out, but to ideas and to innovation. It's like someone's like, why are you trying to reinvent the wheel? You know nothing about mechanics, you know nothing about this, that, and the other, or physics and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, well, I have this idea and I feel guided to go this way. And I feel guided to reinvent this wheel. And you see it, right? That whole expression of why reinvent the wheel. And it's like, I was watching this. Sometimes I be watching the most random things on YouTube, but I was watching how this, it was like some kind of, oh my goodness, I'm drawing a blank on what the machinery is called. I used to work at Home Depot, and I used to work on one of these, like those little like beep, 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 picking up the little things. And I hope you know what I'm talking about. But anyway, someone invented this wheel that can allow these cars to move a little bit more fluidly and, be able to go backwards and diagonals and whatever. And it's like, why reinvent the wheel? Why do this? Like, the wheel works fine. But it's like, well, maybe it's time to reinvent the wheel. And so they invented this new wheel so that the machine can move more fluidly and better and be more efficient and safer, right? Anyway, practice. 9 of Pentacles. Something about 369 could be significant. And I'm really drawn to the snail. And like, these also look like it's giving me snail imagery. It's like the shell is like on its back. But I'm really drawn to the snail here. And again, it's like something is going to take time. But just because it's going to take time, it doesn't mean that you won't be able to enjoy the fruits of your labor along the way. Just because something is going to take time doesn't mean it's not going to come to you. But there's something, I mean, it sounds so cliche. It sounds cliche as hell to say enjoy the journey. But like I said, I think I said this in one of the readings on my radio channel. It's like, oh my God, I wish I can just go back to my past self and just shake her and be like, please enjoy this journey, because you're going to look back and you're going to be like, oh, everything worked out just fine. Or, oh my God, like, it just enjoy it. It sounds cliche, but it's cliche for a reason. Because it's advice that needs to transcend space and time and generations. It needs to be clear and concise. And that's exactly what it is. It needs to be cliche. Because this sentiment of enjoying the journey of whatever it is that you're doing, whether it's life itself or some kind of new endeavor, enjoying that journey is the new endeavor. Enjoying the journey is life. But you definitely have a lot, like this abundance in creativity, this abundance in like ideas. There's something here that you are practicing that is just, it's guiding you right into abundance. Like, you're going to have more than enough. And for some of you, if not majority of you, this is something that you're doing on your own. And I definitely feel like it is something that you're doing on your own. As far as like the change in the practice that needs to happen within you. But of course, this could be with a group of people. I mean, nothing really exists in isolation, right? But yeah, I definitely feel like it's this like shift within you that's happening first. Mind the magician. No way. Beautiful confirmation. I don't even know what else to say to this. I love this infinity over the head. Again, it's just more confirmation of like infinity, like the crown chakra opening up to the infinite capacity that is the universe, but that is also you, a limitless being. Yeah, as above, so below. Yeah, that's just confirming that the universe is limitless. And because you are a physical manifestation of the universe, you are too. There's something here about this is guidance. This is going to be guidance or maybe some kind of mentor, this card here, that you are manifesting or that you are becoming, or it's something here about like what you're doing here. Hold on. I felt like this weird energy shift just now. Judgment. This is about self-introspection, yes. Opening up to the divine. Allowing yourself to receive guidance. Allowing yourself to receive your manifestations. You're in this energy of like, why aren't my manifestations here? It's like because you're not allowing yourself to open up to receive. I said this in my reading on my radio channel, and I had my slinky here, and it was like, this is you right now. Nothing can get out, nothing can get in. But once you uncoil and relax and let yourself be free, and let this 5D integration happen within you and around you, you open yourself up to receive, but also to release energies within you, people, places, jobs, environments that are not assisting in your soul's growth. Give me a second. I'm drawn to a lot of yellow here in this reading, and that's definitely giving me this energy of like knowing your worth, knowing your value, and being confident in the moves that you are making. There's a lot of red up here that I'm drawn to as well, and this is giving me this energy of like you healed some kind of aspect of like living from a lens of survival. And you're either stepping out of that, or you have already stepped out of that. And now it's time for you to realize that you have stepped out of that. You are no longer in that environment. You are no longer with that person, or you no longer need to be in this energy of survival. You are protected. You and your loved ones are safe. You can now step into, there's something here that has left. Hold up, let me pull a card here. There's something here that has left your energy or your household or your situation that was making you feel unsafe. This could even just be like PTSD, or, maybe you're healing a lot of aspects of your past. Did something flip over? Yes. Wow. Was that it? Yeah, look, justice. There was some kind of, oh my God, the hair on my arms just like stood up just now. That's crazy. There's something that justice has been served with, something that, 3330 on the timer, 333 energy. I was getting that Christ consciousness. Anyways, something here, some kind of karma had been served, something had been balanced out, a truth has been revealed, and it released you. Because the Eight of Swords, it talks about self-imposed prison, but this also speaks to like some kind of authority. It's like, you're fully aware that you can walk away out of the situation, but there's this castle in the background here that's always watching you, your every move. And it's like, if you start getting too smart or getting too trying to step out of this prison that they are gladly like happy that you are in, it's like it makes you feel really uncomfortable. But this is no longer the case. Something about some kind of community changed. There was some kind of transformation here. This could have something to do with the Virgo, or Virgo energies coming through. Also, Pisces, Scorpio energies coming through. And there's like Oh, that's interesting. I was thinking something about the home, and when I was looking at this Queen of Cups, I was thinking of water signs, and I just said Pisces and Scorpio, and I left out Cancer. Cancer rules the 4th house. That's about the home. There's something here about the home here. It's like, there was some kind of healing, some kind of transition happened, an ending happened with something that allowed you to step into this grounded, secure, stable energy. King of Wands here, 10 of Cups here, King of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles. I want to, okay, I want to just, what is this about the home space? Maybe it's like you decided to turn your house into a home, but I feel like this is a little bit deeper. What is this about? What is this home space? I want to get, this could just be a message for just one of you, but I feel so, what is this? It's like, is that the message? Something about allow it to come out. At first I thought it was like, okay, yeah. At first I thought it was like allow it to come out. I thought it was just like, I thought I need to just allow the card to come out, but there's something here about allowing something to come out. Maybe this is about a divorce or about a marriage of some kind. This can be a business partnership or an actual marriage, but this is the choice card, and it's like there's some kind of choice that you made. What was it? You moved away from something. Moved away from the home, moved away from some kind of environment that was not assisting in your soul's growth. Yeah, that was just full of arguments and immaturity, emotional immaturity. It's important to forgive. Or maybe there was some kind of forgiveness that was had, and that is what allowed you to release. All right, I want to read this. Okay. There's something here with this disillusion and wound. Yeah, I think, is that it? Abundance. Yeah, abundance and desire here. It's like, yeah, okay. You are changing your mindset, your frame of mind, like your whole psychology, your whole emotional body, your physical body even. Maybe you're like really seeing like a lot of healing when it comes to your physical body. Maybe you've been having a lot of digestive issues in the past, but now you're starting to see like they're clearing up and they're healing. It's because you're healing a lot of blockages around that center. But there's something here about like you're really kind of flipping into the truth, and you're seeing how these wounds, and you're opening up and you're releasing a lot. And you're allowing yourself to, like I was saying at the beginning, we set boundaries sometimes with our own selves and not allowing us to see our own triggers or our own ways of being. And I think you're opening up a wound and you're really seeing like, like, okay, goddamn, like I see the role I play. And once you can do that and open yourself up to that, what you seek will be able to come to you, will be able to reach you because you've opened yourself up. It's like just standing here at the door, just knocking and pounding. And it sounds scary. This is a metaphor. There's something just pounding at your door. Imagine you're just like at home at night by yourself, and something just pounding on your door. And you're like, oh my God, what is that? It's so scary. It's so scary. And it's like, it's just me. It's just your manifestation. That's a metaphor. If it's the middle of the night and someone is pounding at your door, please use your discernment. Okay. But anyway, but yeah, it's like you open yourself up and you are seeing that your desires are not a negative thing. Your desires are not stupid. They're not foolish. You can have your desires. You can live the life that you want to live. You can live the life that you want to manifest. This is beautiful confirmation. I'm still stuck on this home situation. We have relationship here at the bottom. And collaborate, Aquarius at the top. Interesting. With vision, yeah, you're seeing something. Judgment talks about the past. You're able to see something clear. Hindsight is 2020. You're taking a look at the past. You're seeing what's working, what's not working. You're seeing who people really were. You're seeing who you were. You're able to see something very clearly. Oh, I love this Ninth house exploration, this wheel here showing up again for you. Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, something's definitely has turned and changed in your favor. This is a card I'm pulling about this home situation. I feel like this is going to be just confirmation. It's the bottom. Relationships at the bottom still. Yeah. In 11th house, community, Aquarius energy still. Wow. Yeah, definitely here you've moved away from something about the community, some kind of environment. Yeah, vision definitely wanted to come out here. And you've seen something. You've seen something clearly. And you're no longer in this energy of like, this is giving me like you're breaking free of these illusions that were put onto you, maybe by some kind of like narcissistic energy, maybe by your own limiting beliefs, but there's something here that you're breaking free of and you're seeing clearly. We have a golden egg here at the top with earthworm at the bottom. Yeah, you're breaking free out of the ground into the air, and you're seeing. You're no longer underground with something. Ooh. You're in the air. Air energies seems, Aquarius energy seems significant because that came to mind. It was interesting when I was thinking about like, oh, I left out Cancer. I was thinking of Aquarius, and I was like, why am I thinking of Aquarius? That's air energy. I was thinking of like the symbol. I was looking, Nightingale, more air energy. Bee at the bottom, more air energy. King of Swords, that's air energy there. Final message, okay. Sea serpent, spirit energy with cobra, snake energy, yeah, and like you that was drawn to the snake here. Snakes, they are beautiful symbology. I know maybe in like Christianity or Catholicism or something, they're not really looked at as a positive thing, but there's a beautiful symbolism with the snake. Also with the snake, I talked about this before a long time ago in a reading, I think, or maybe it was like on one of my other channels, but when you are transforming, you're shedding your old skin, and sometimes things get revealed. It's like imagine like all this old skin on something, and underneath all those layers of skin are all these wounds, right, and experiences that have been tucked away and hidden underground, right, with that earthworm energy in those underneath that skin. And as you shed that skin, and as you transform and transition into a new, these things that were underneath begin to reveal themselves again. Things get brought up and come up within you emotionally, mentally, physically, spiritually, right? And you have to face them once again. But the thing with that is you're facing them from a completely different point of view. You're facing them with more wisdom, more discernment, more critical thinking and insight, more experience at life. You're not facing them from the lens of the child or the young adult or the teenager that you were. You're facing them with who you are now, and you have grown and you have learned. So you'll be able to face these things. And at first, when they come up, you're like, I can't face it, I can't do it, because you're still thinking from the lens of when that emotion, that feeling, that experience happened to you. Whether it happened last month, last year, 10, 20 years ago, it doesn't matter. You're always growing and learning. So when you first see it, you immediately step back into like, oh, I can't do it. I couldn't do it in the past. I can't do it now, right? You don't consciously say that, but That is the energy that is there. But once you can just look at it and face it, you'll see, oh, baby, this ain't nothing. This ain't nothing, because what I have stepped into, my power that I have stepped into, the wisdom, the knowledge, the information, the strength that I have stepped into is this thing is nothing in comparison to it. King Kong ain't got shit on me, is what I'm thinking here. The frog. Come on now. Like I said, releasing, and being able to adapt on a mental, physical, emotional, spiritual level here. You need to adapt at this. Well, I mean, you don't need to do anything, right? You do what you please, but that's just how it came out. There's this energy here of adapt. Something has changed on a deep, energetic soul level, and now you need to adapt to that change. You need to be that change now. Page 106, 107, those give you significant numbers. Clearing, cleansing, healing. The frog and the water element are almost inseparable. The frog spends its first months of life entirely within this healing element, and then emerges to rest on land. But no matter how earthly the frog becomes, its need for cleansing and rejuvenation is regular. Frogs tend to become overworked and undernourished. So it's vital that such sensitive creatures practice self-care. This card serves as a reminder that water helps us cleanse, forgive, and release. Time to dive in. It's time for a deep dive. Swan spirit coming through from another deck that I have. Frogs aren't meant to carry a heavy load. When in balance, clear energy and enthusiasm for life. When out of balance, depleted, running on empty. To bring into balance lake, river, ocean, or bathhouse. Okay, now we get into this 35. Spectre. Before that, there's ascension here if you want to read that, number 34. These could be ages as well. 34, 35, 36. Something about something happening at age 15. And it's been like this cycle. It's been a very long cycle. This doesn't need to be exactly age 15, right? But there's something here. 6, 15, Lover's energy, Devil card energy, Gemini, Capricorn. Okay, anyway. Like a specter, the illusions of the outer world constantly change and therefore are not real. Everything you once believed about yourself was based on well-intended fiction. Everything in your life is dependent on you. The energy that surrounds you is created by you. Gain control over this energy by embracing the fact that you are not helpless, but that you can create your own world. Every lesson and hardship is meant to encourage you to learn, however difficult or joyous. The seemingly physical world is an illusion. We can change everything with the shift of our consciousness. If anyone can do this, why isn't everyone not doing it? Awareness, acceptance, and intention come first. For many, this is a difficult state to overcome since they may have been conditioned to feel helpless. 8 of Swords energy there. You, on the other hand, are connected to everything. You are the center of your universe. Our physical senses are incapable of comprehending anything that is not logical or linear. And that's why, okay, you have the ability to shift your mindset and realize how truly powerful you are. Thank you, God. This is beautiful confirmation. It necessitates a paradigm shift in thinking and living with the belief that everything is possible. Believe in yourself as a divine being. When you recognize your own power, you'll notice that like attracts like. Exiting the matrix is very simple. Recognize you are in control. You are the one to set yourself free from deceptive illusions. affirmation says, I am strengthened as I seek the truth of my personal reality. I am the creator of my own reality. I am in control of my reality by how I choose to think. The Lover's card, choice, choosing to think. This, no wonder why I was guided to read this at the end of the reading, because it's literally just summed it all up and confirmed damn near everything I said. This is amazing, and it feels amazing. This energy feels it. What's interesting about this energy is that I was shifting a lot. It was kind of, I had to kind of recenter a lot during this reading, but I feel like that's exactly what it is. It's very nebulous and it's shifting. It's Neptune energy. It's but there's also this energy of like Saturn here, and there's this energy of needing to just adapt to how the energy shifts and to see and be aware of when the energy shifts, right? This is all this is literal, right? But this is also a metaphor for what it is that you're experiencing. Someone once told me I speak in poems, and I was like, oh my God, like they were trying to say that to make fun of the way I speak sometimes. And like, but to me, being a writer, being a poet, and knowing that that is my power, like it was funny how they were trying to make me feel bad about it, but it actually just empowered me, because I was like, oh my God, thank you. That is like such a beautiful compliment. Anyway, I don't know why I felt guided to share that with you, but here we are. Yeah, I think that's the end of the reading. I want to pull one of these cards though, because they're so much fun. They're so much fun. They're so much fun. I love these. Let's just get one. These are kind of cheeky, kind of funny, but there's always a message here. Not enough. The everyone's story. That's funny. Yeah. You are good enough. I hereby grant you the power to make me unhappy. Oh my God. Yeah, it's like you are the creator of your own world. Just like you can grant the power to make yourself unhappy, you can grant the power to make yourself happy and fulfilled. But also this energy here, bottom of the deck, top of the deck. It's like everyone, like I said, has their own unique paths and challenges, right? Everyone has this feeling of inadequacy. Everyone has this feeling of like not feeling empowered enough to know that just with their words and the power of their thoughts, they can completely shift, right? The Magician, they can completely shift the life that they live. Something else with this Magician, I'm going to pull this over in just a second. Something else that I thought about it earlier, but I didn't say it, but now that that's coming up. The Magician is, yeah, it's about manifestations and yada, 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 right? But the Magician represents trickster energy. The Magician is the Magician, right? Sleight of hand. It's very much so trickster energy. So it's like the message, once again, I'm just repeating myself at this point, but I don't mind it. It's don't be tricked by your own illusions or delusions. Don't be tricked by the limiting beliefs. Don't be tricked by a capacity. There's no capacity. It's infinite. Don't be a fool to yourself, but also don't get played by others, right? Use your discernment. Listen to yourself. I think you're really opening up this clearer channel to being able to listen to your intuition and not be in this back and forth energy like, am I just tripping or is this really my intuition? It's like, no, you know for sure now. It's like this deep inner knowing that you just know. Thank you, God. It's your own responsibility to expand instead of just contracting. And it's the number 8, which is interesting because 8 of Swords energy was coming through a lot. I love how it says instead of just contracting, because it's sometimes we need to contract, right? Sometimes we need to go into that little hermit mode, but we also need to be able to expand and to venture out. Just like I'm thinking of like a heartbeat. It's like it needs to contract, it needs to expand. Like your lungs breathing, you need to inhale, you need to exhale. It's like it's an ebb and flow, but make sure you don't forget to expand, and make sure you don't forget that it is your responsibility, your own responsibility to expand. Look at that. I split on shadow. Wow. And it's the number 37. You got to be kidding me. So 34 came up, 35, 36, 37. Come on now. Wholeness, integration, repressed emotions, more confirmation. I could keep going, my God. This is crazy. Definitely this integration. Definitely maybe doing some shadow work. Dealing with repressed emotions, right? Like I was saying, when you're shedding the skin, things come up and they may not feel good, right? But you are now acting from a lens and a capacity and a space of empowerment and power. I don't know what I'm doing. All right. Wow. I just split on I wish I was on camera. I was like, is that it? And I just split on the King of Swords. Started with the King of Swords, split on the King of Swords. Yes, that's it. Yes. And I love how on this King of Swords too, look at this. The sword is down, the sword is up. Again, giving me this energy of as above, so below. When you think about the universe, make sure you keep in mind that that is also you. All right, I call back my energy fully and completely. I send your energy to the universe to be transmuted into light, love, healing energy, whatever it is that you need right now, and return to you fully and completely. Thank you so much for joining me. If you're still here, I love you, and I invite you to join me on my radio channel. I will link whatever needs to be linked in the description. Maybe I'll also pin it in the comments so it can be easier for some of you to access. I'll love to see you there, especially if you resonate with my readings, if you resonate with my energy. I would love to have you there. I love you so much. I hope this was helpful. Take care.